I'm not getting a lot of sales. You have to really sit down and you have to evaluate your store. You have to really do the assessment. And I recommend doing this detailed assessment at least one time in a month. Like I still do my store assessment on eBay and Amazon, both of them one time in a month. What I actually do, first thing I do, I look at the views on my listing, like how many views I'm getting on that particular listing. Minimum. If the item is not getting 30 views within 1 month period of time, there is something wrong with that item. Either, and I will come to that one, either it can be title, pictures, it can be description, item specification, it can be EAN, it can be anything. The first thing is try to filter those items which are not getting minimum 30 views in a month as well. So you put them on the side. The first thing that I will normally check, because when it comes to selling on eBay and Amazon, both of them, if you can really spend a lot of time trying to improve something, it has to be your title, it has to be your pictures, because title is something, this is how the buyer is going to find your item, and then the pictures are something which will, if this is something, it is really appealing to their eyes as well. I mean, when I do my pictures, I actually really take care of like what colors I'm using in a background and like how it is going to impact the buyer mood as well. Because, if we are, it is very natural and it's happened all in our subconscious mind. If we look at green color somewhere, or if we look at like a plain color somewhere, it gives us a very kind of peaceful vibes. And if we are looking at some kind of rainbow, and if we are looking at like something very colorful, it gives us really vibrant kind of vibes as well. If we are looking at darker colors, it kind of put our mood a little bit down at the same time. So it all happens in our subconscious without even we realize it as well. So you have to really think about, like, once you are, let's say you are watching Netflix, or even you are buying the items from eBay and Amazon, what actually made you click on that particular item? When it comes to those kind of things, I really go deep into using the particular colors as well. So once you take the listing out of the listings which are not even getting 30 views as well, the first thing you do is you see the pictures. Like, minimum, you have to have 8 pictures. Either it's eBay or Amazon, you have to have 8 pictures on your store. The first 2 pictures has to be your product, your product from all angles. So first, second, and third, fourth picture, your product from all angles. Either it is like, this, back, side, all different angles for your pictures. The 5th and 6th picture has to be a real life use of those pictures as well. So let's say if I'm selling a cable, I will actually plug that cable in where buyer can actually put himself or herself in a scenario where they will be actually using those products. So you have to elaborate that image as well. So the more you are able to kind of do, the play is not a right word, but the more you can actually sell something psychologically, that will be more important. It takes time to actually understand the customer behavior. You don't know how the bigger brands, they actually spend a lot of money trying to understand the customer psychological behavior, what makes them buy something and what makes them leave something on a table as well. 5th and 6th picture has to be where they can feel it, like, this is, I'm gonna get this cable, or I'm not gonna get this one, and how I'm gonna actually use these particular things in my day-to-day life. Because at the end of the day, buyer care about how this product is going to improve their life. The 7th and 8th picture has to be your UPS, your unique selling point. So if the buyer is scrolling through, the end bit has to be the last convincer where you will have your unique selling point. So it depends on the product. Let's say if I'm selling a cable, this is a fast charging cable. It's gonna charge your phone within 1 hour. Or I don't know, if you're selling a registration plates on eBay, I don't know, it can be any product depending on whatever is a unique selling point. Okay, the number plate have like a 3D alphabets which gonna look more cool. So it has to be your unique selling point. The other thing which you have to improve your titles as well. It is going to be where you have to first of all go on eBay or Amazon, wherever it's gonna work, both of them as well. So if I share my screen right here and I'm gonna open up eBay right here, and then first of all, if I search something right here, I can search iPhone cable, and then it is giving me all these suggestions right here. So we got iPhone 2 meter, 3 meter, genuine 1 meter. All of these are actually keywords. So whatever the product you are selling, type the name of that product and see what is the suggestion for those particular keywords inside your eBay. And this is obviously a free way as well. I don't want to discuss a paid way, but I personally use a paid way. I have a Zeek Analytics and Helium 10 to optimize my title on eBay and Amazon, but this is more like a free way, but does the job as well, but not like, to top notch level, but let's just keep it here. So the way it is like once the buyer, and this is what you probably have noticed as well, once the buyer comes to eBay, Amazon, they type something, whatever the things they are looking for, right? And most of the time they are going to click on auto suggestions. And then once they will click on auto suggestions, because everybody is lazy, we don't want to type a whole thing, we just want to go through that auto suggestion thing. And behind the eBay and Amazon, their artificial intelligence, it kind of figure out if the people are looking for iPhone cable, what kind of cable they like, and that's how they fill up their auto suggestion. It can be anything as well. So if you pick those keywords and you are using those keywords inside your title, and then also those keywords inside your description as well, like description at this point you might think, and this is completely right, like 99% of the buyers on eBay and Amazon, they don't really read a description nowadays as well, but description is there to optimize the traffic to your particular product. So if you are, let's say, iPhone cable 2 meter, you are selling that one, you put iPhone 2M inside the title, and then you go inside the description and you type this iPhone cable is 2 meter long. You make a sentence out of this one as well. So this is really going to optimize your listing. This is really going to optimize your title, all that kind of stuff as well. This is also really, really super important to do. Okay, so the third thing, item specification, in the circle, I have a video where I talk about the circle, it has to be all blue in order to maximize the traffic onto your store. It is right there. It's actually help you to tell you the search volume for once you're filling up the item specification as well. The other things that you can obviously do to really maximize your sale on your store, you really have to, and this is, I do it a lot as well, go to your competition, whoever is your competition, go to their negative feedbacks and see what the other people are saying about it. Right? So let's say I'm looking for, I don't know, this is a charger, I have it right here. Let's say I'm looking for these one, like a stand to charge the phone. And I am selling this one, and then somebody left a negative feedback under my product, said, okay, well, this is a slow charger. Or the RGB, this have like a RGB lights on the side as well. RGB light will not work after 1 month. So what you need to do, pick those negative points and then try to highlight those points inside your listing. So this is a fast charger. So the buyer, if they go to a listing into your competitor listing, and they will obviously, we have as a human being, we have a habit to read the negative things first as compared to reading a positive things. So any products, we try to read negative things first. So the buyer who have read those negative things and you have actually addressed all your objections inside your listing, then the buyer is quickly convinced as well. So the more you have to put yourself at the customer place, and you say, if I was the customer, what do I need in these particular items? And then try to kind of do the reverse psychology there. Under the like button inside the description, I'm going to leave the link for my 0 to full-time eBay selling course. If you are serious about going full-time as an eBay online seller, this is a detailed step-by-step, easy to understand information all at one place, where I show you how to get started, where to get started, what products to sell, how to find them, what are the UK based dropshipping suppliers, not the retailer, who will give you the products to sell on eBay, which sells faster, where you will be able to make money as quickly as possible. So I will leave the link for that inside the description. Make sure you check that out, and I'm gonna link one video right here which will actually show you how to do the listing for those products step by step. So this is going to be the listing video. Click right here.